What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros, Blabs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you. Hi, I'm Stutter and Craig here, completely professional all the time, nonstop, here on a Wednesday. It's good to see you. Happy Hump Day, everybody. It's going to be a wonderful day today. Big topics, great guest. Hello, Blabs.
Hello. I, too, am getting confused at what day of the week it is. Like, this week's kind of just flying by, and it's already Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, yes. It is, as they say in the corporate world, it's Hump Day. Blabs, have you ever had, like, a corporate job before?
What do you mean corporate?
Like, you know, like a corporate job where there's, like, actual HR and, you know, people like that.
Technically speaking, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I never saw the HR.
Like
ever.
The idea where somebody goes in.
They weren't even in the same like building location, or they were miles, like hundreds of miles away.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was working on a ranch, but this ranch was massive, right? Like huge company. So there was HR and everything, but they weren't there.
So you've never actually heard somebody say like, looks like somebody's got the case of the Mondays, or whatever. Like
the most HR thing I ever heard was another job I was working at, the one before this one, if you remember that one. The boss was talking about like how she is a cis white woman and all this other stuff, and my IQ was shutting down, and there was pride flags and stuff. Yeah,
I saved you.
You did, thank you.
Yes,
she was a bitch too. God damn.
I remember you telling me about her, and I just thought, wow, that's really.
She was a
sad.
bitch, man. And then she left, and then there was no boss, and like these two other people were trying to scramble, sorting everything together. I felt so bad for them, and I was like, "See ya."
Hey. I feel good about bringing you here, Blabs, and saving you from that.
Save me from the cis white woman.
That's right, man. We all know how that is.
The wild thing is, like, she was like ex-military, and I'm like, how do you get ex-military and then that?
I see. Yeah, she something radicalized her, and
I guess, or she was always radicalized, and she was that annoying woman in the military everyone couldn't stand.
We all know that annoying woman in the military, don't we?
Don't we all?
Don't we all? Right?
Yeah.
Someone who is not annoying, and I'm pretty sure is not in the military. Our guest today on this wonderful Wednesday, welcome her back to YouTube. I wonder, is this Ember's first live stream back since on YouTube since the chaos? Ember, is this your first live stream?
Yeah.
Is it? Yes, it is.
All right. Well, we are glad you're with us today. Always on your brief half second to second delay, which is wonderful, but we're very glad you're with us. And so if at any time anybody's tuning in, they're like, why is Ember off? It's because we're off, actually. She's perfectly on time. We're just a second ahead. So just keep that in mind at all times, which is good.
So, an anime girl is always on time and never late.
How is YouTube jail treating you?
YouTube jail is treating me just fine. Thankfully, I've never streamed on YouTube specifically because I've had a significant distrust of YouTube. The biggest problem has been what I can post with videos on YouTube is, what is going to get slapped by the AI for something bad. And so I've had to be careful and parse out what I post onto YouTube versus what I might post onto another platform instead. So it's been a little bit of a challenge, but thankfully the videos are still rolling in. I'm still able to advertise myself on YouTube, and thankfully it's we're getting back to rights, thankfully.
That's great. That's excellent. I'm glad to hear. Just do us. Listen, if there's one person who's going to give us a warning on this channel, it's Blabs. All right. So
I don't mean to, man. It happens.
Well, either way, just know your role, Ember, and let Blabs take care of it whenever.
Yeah, that
it's
way
time to get taken care
you
of,
don't get in the heat and I do.
Absolutely.
It's okay. You'll be safe.
Sounds great. All right, well, glad you're with us today. Big show, as always. Lots of good things happening, including bringing on the true star of the show today, someone who I know will not be muzzled by YouTube, a true warrior of free speech and individual expression. Everyone, please put your hands together on his birthday, Phoenix. Hello,
Thank
Phoenix.
you. All of that was true. I appreciate that. I was enjoying your HR conversation, which, by the way, Blabs, the way you described your little HR thing kind of tell that really wasn't really necessarily a corporate job. Like HR, you would have talked to HR in a corporate job.
Yeah, I've never had like the suit job. Is what.
Right.
I've done a lot of like yeehaw. Let me go and work with the pigs and other stuff or secretary stuff. Never. Yeah. Never.
Well, that sounds way more fun. I
Oh,
will
it
say,
absolutely is.
yeah, I will say that HR absolutely hated me. They've always hated me. I've told you, I think I even said on here, like there was 2 times they approached me and they're like, yeah, so we're going to do this, like women in the workplace video thing you got to watch. It's like, yeah, nah. I'm not going to do that. And then they was like, oh, you got to watch, this racist thing. I'm like, yeah, cool. Also not going to do that. And I would just always leave. And they'd say, you have to come back. I got a promotion, by the way. I'd never seen any one of those things. I just said, nah, I'm not doing that. So
You truly are the Peter from Office Space who's just
yes.
like, no, I'm not going to do that. And they're like,
yeah,
he's an outside the box thinker. He's the greatest thing in the world. Make him a manager. I love that. The real life Peter. IRL, which is great.
In many ways, yeah.
Yeah, that's excellent. Just faking your way till you make it, I suppose, which is great. Well, something that we definitely did not fake. Last week, it's nearly been 6 days since this happened. And Phoenix, I know you're still recovering from your viewing of Bloodsport, which happened on Thursday, the first ever time. Ember, have you ever seen the 1988 Jean-Claude Van Damme classic Bloodsport before?
Yes, I have. It is a fantastic film with Jean-Claude. I forget who is big bad guy. I forget the name of him. Bolo Young as the big bad guy.
Chung Lee or something, right?
Also, no, his name is Bolo Young. That's the actor's name is Bo.
Yes.
Or Sean Lee. Sean Lee. Yeah, his name.
Chung Lee, yeah.
And something I was watching yesterday. I was watching the show yesterday, and something I wanted to point out. The guy who plays Jackson is Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, and he recently passed away, I believe. He
did. That was rough to see, and we did address that during the viewing, which I encourage everyone to go watch. It was wonderful. One of the most thumbs up things we've done on Side Scrollers Plus. People really enjoyed watching that movie, and we had Cecil along with us. Also, Mitsu joined the fray. It was a wonderful experience, and I hopefully everybody can check it out over on Side Scrollers Plus. Also, coming up just 8 days away, as we are getting closer to the America 250 celebration, we will be celebrating in our own unique way with the Star Spangled Brotacular. Thursday, July 2nd, exclusively over on Side Scrollers Plus. My, oh my, it is 4 friends getting together with a little bit of Brotacular Broforce. 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central, Thursday, July 2nd, celebrating America, which is going to be great. And you can join us and celebrate with us using promo code 50OFF. Get 50% off your annual membership over at Side Scrollers Plus. I encourage you to do it. Our goal, provide you more value than any other creator platform out there. Like, we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. And we're going to create some awesome magic for you guys here. We got our full calendar planned out, and production has begun on shows for later this year, which is great. So join us, promo code 50OFF over there, which is great. All right. We also have our day 3 of our brand new tournament, which has been 2 just days of knockdown, drag-out fights. It is the greatest movie franchise ever tournament. And today is day 3. I legitimately do not know what today's matchup is, which is why I'm going to go to Phoenix. And Phoenix, you're going to fill us in on today's matchup.
Yeah, we sure. So this is going to be a big one. Again, I will remind each and every one of you out there that this is a franchise battle. So you're going to take everything that comes with it. The good, the bad, the movies, the TV shows, everything. So when you're making your decision, factor it all in. Here we go. This is a big one.
Today's showdown, which I am learning for the first time along with you, should be very, very exciting.
It is the MCU versus the DCU. So you take the Avengers on one side, you take Spider-Man, etc. But then you also think of all the Batman films, including, by the way, the Keaton films, and etc. So everything you're going to factor in. Christopher Reeves is Superman. All these are good. But then when you think about some of the sloshy shit, like the TV shows they did, or the Marvels, etc., factor it all in for your decision.
Wow. This could get very exciting. Thank you very much for that, Phoenix. Appreciate that. Would you mind doing us a favor and going on over and taking a look at the bracket so everybody can check it out?
Yeah.
There it is right there. Yes.
So we started right up there. We started with Fast and Furious versus Harry Potter. Fast and the Furious won. Then we went over to here. We had Star Wars versus Star Trek. Star Wars won. And now right here, MCU versus DCU. And that eventually will be going up against Fast and the Furious, which I don't think that's a juggernaut. Nothing's taking it down. No, nothing.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Can't take down family.
Ember, your thoughts on the MCU versus DCU?
To say I've got to go with the MCU. The DCU is good. I like both Marvel and DC, but just Marvel has a much more long history of it. They've come up with some really good stories in comparison to the DCU. It's just these, when they were good with it, they were really good about these interwoven, connected stories, which was the whole phase one thing. They've been so much better on the casting. I think that the MCU has been far superior in casting these actors and actresses who just personify the roles so completely. No shade on the DCU. They've done some good work, but I just feel the MCU overall, if you take the totality, I think the MCU has got this one in spades.
All right, Blaz, what about you?
So I think MCU, like I've not seen a whole lot of DCU in the first place, so I really can't comment. But just as the fact that they were able to get to Endgame, right? They had all these movies tie in together, and at least there was some sort of a plan. Whereas with the DC, how many times have they done like a revamp? How many Supermans have we had in the last like 10 years, right? So I'm gonna go with MCU, just for at least the planning wise is a lot better. Right now it's really shit, but you know, they had a good 10-year run, and then it went to shit.
Phoenix, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
So that's actually a really good point that Blabs just made. You cannot, I cannot applaud enough. I mean, the execution of getting this, what felt like a huge comic book series where they all eventually lead into one thing. I mean, that was one of the most impressive cinematic feats probably of all time. That said, for me, that does not beat how much I enjoy Batman and what I think what Batman has done, as we talked about yesterday, especially that 1989 Tim Burton film, what that has done for the entire industry and storytelling with how we look at heroes. To me, that influence is actually even far greater than the incredible achievement that Marvel did with Endgame. So I'm actually going to go with DCU, even though most of it's a hot bucket of shit.
Thank you for your frank opinion on that. That's wonderful. I am going to go with the DCU. And the reason I'm going to go with the DCU is simply two words, bat nips. That's right.
Oh, I thought you were going to say DC for Dean Cain.
No. Bat nips from the Batman Forever, Val Kilmer. I think anytime you can put nips on a bat suit, that's a positive. Why? I don't know. I just think it's
was
funny.
Batman and Robin, was it not?
No, it started with Forever, and then they moved to big hulking codpiece and ass shots for Batman and Robin.
Well, we can, if you'd like to decide which is far superior, the MCU versus DCU, you can vote with your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. We're tallying them all up throughout the duration, and we'll get them all ready to go, including Marmalin, who came in with 10. Says, Ember, the Supreme Fury. Hold on. Is this, I want to make sure, is this Fury or Furry?
I believe that's furry.
That is furry.
I just want to make sure.
Furry.
Well, I wanted to be sure about that because we have Phoenix, who is the God King Emperor, who has lots of fury. and I thought that may have been a reference to that. I'm not quite sure. But Ember, the Supreme Furry, can choose. Happy birthday, Easter Bunny bitch, Phoenix. Craig, keep being you. Hi, Blabs, I guess. And much love to all of you. Hail the chat.
Hi, I guess.
Ember, where would you like that 10 to go?
Let's go with the MCU.
All right. 10 Lee came in with 5. Says, not going to lie, the Brotacular poster looks like the Metal Slug character select screen. This 5, I'll let Ember know the birthday boy decide. Oh, there we go. Ooh, look at that.
All right. I'm going to go for the DCU. Thank you very much.
All right. Marmalin came in, says DCU started the Cape fans. Without the Batman in the early 80s, early 90s, you would not get MCU at all. DCU animation greater than MCU by leagues as well. Ooh, nice.
Yes.
A good point.
DB Wild says, ahoy, friendos. My vote is for the PSCU, the Panda Sub Cinematic Universe right there. Oh, yeah, it's not in the running.
Thank you.
But, sure, go ahead and tally it up. That's fine. Dr. T. S. King says, I'm a DC fan. I will continue to be a DC fan. And there's about a day's worth of really satisfying animated movies from Mask of the Phantasm, and the recent stuff is still better than most Marvel schlock. So there's 10 for DC. Commodore fan says, I got to give it to DCU without Superman and Batman helping to create the modern superhero comic, the MCU might not even exist. Super Lane came in and says, howdy, everyone. The strays are with you, Ember. I got to go with DC because of its animated works. Don't let idiots ruin day. Thank you, Super Lane. Appreciate your support. And Book of Grudges says, don't care. My vote goes to Xenosaga. It's wonderful.
I'm convinced that a little piece of me dies every time I hear that.
Just a little bit more every single time.
Whatever expiration date I have is just one day earlier.
Slowly ticking down. That's right. Boss Snake Master with $5.07 US says, my vote is for DCU because Marvel inspired everyone to have this awful humor that makes every comic book movie unwatchable to me today. Batman, I guess, is number 1. There you go. Thank you, Boss Snake Master. And look at this. House came in with $20 massive dollars. Says, gonna have to agree with Ember, and if the rest of the mods want to eat. Plus, Iron Man mops the floor with Batman. Oh, wow. Okay, it's $20 right there. Thank you very much. We also have this. Shetty Do says, going MCU, but I'm glad to see number 1 fan of Star Wars show, the Acolyte Ember Paradox, back from YouTube jail. There she is.
I swear to God.
And we have Majab with 5 says, I'll put respect on the MCU's name because they basically carry the cape genre in the 2010s. Endgame was a cultural event. Love it or hate it. Thank you, Majab. Appreciate that. All right, we will tally up all your Super Chats, Direct Donations, and Rumble Rants, and all you over on Kick as well. Man, it's all whoever you support, we will count and tally it up. We appreciate you guys popping in. If you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join the 150,000 strong who have found us over on YouTube, the 50,000 plus who have found us over at rumble.com/sidescrollers. We are live over on Kick, on Twitch, and of course, you can find the show over on Spotify, delivered directly to your pants and your pockets every single day in video on-demand form, which is great. All right, one other little bit of housekeeping before we get into some news today. We are going to be doing more events here at Side Scrollers, more physical events. We talked about this extensively. We are close to announcing some things down the line, but more immediately, we have been talking with Arch, and Arch is coming to America for the first time in September, and he is going to Orlando, Florida. Now, with Arch coming in town, we thought, my God, this is a great opportunity to get together, do some shows together, and possibly do even more. So we are looking, if you are in the Orlando area and you would like to help us scout out or find or have suggestions for potential venues where we can do a potential live event, man, we would love your help because I'm not in Orlando. Nobody here is in Orlando, but we want to do the event in Orlando because that's where Arch is going to be for a week. So if you live in or around the Orlando, Kissimmee, whatever, Central Florida area, and you do have any venue suggestions, we're looking at like small venues, like between 100 and 200 people, not like 5,000 seat arenas or anything like that. Just something small, something intimate that we can put on a great show for you guys. And, we can do some Blabs versus IRL. We could do some nerd duel IRL, pull people out of the audience, make this a real interactive, fun show that you guys will hopefully never, ever forget. But we got to find a venue first. And we're looking in late September, but we need to find the venue first. So if you're in and around that area, reach out to me directly. You can email me at craig@sidescrollersplus.com, and I will look into them, which would be really, really great. So we want to do more. We're definitely going to be doing more, and we just want to bring you guys together here in late September. So just give you a heads up. Cool. All right. Lots to get to today. Very glad you're with us. We have, a lot to do. Let's just leave it at that. So let's get to it, friends. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. Now, I'll tell you this. We live in a crazy, crazy world right now. And as sane as sometimes it is, there are also people who are just mentally unwell. Amber, we see this every day on social media, and I can't think of a better example of this than the women's anger retreat. Have you seen this video going around online over the last few days, Amber?
Has not. No, I'm very curious about this.
Be ready. This is where they send all the angry women. I'm not going to play the audio because it's just music, but you can see what happens at the women's anger retreat, where they literally are crying and moaning and beating the heck out of pillows, just like toddlers do, which is just amazing. As you witness this for the first time, Ember, what are your thoughts?
The only thing I can think of is there's this thing called a gym that you can go to where you can work out your frustrations by lifting weights, by using the machines. And some of these workout places also have these wonderful creations called punching bags, where you can square up and just beat the crap out of a punching bag for 10 minutes and do the exact same thing and not spend. How much money did these women spend on this? Like $1,000 or something? Just get a gym membership. You can get out your frustrations and get fit at the same time. And then maybe you won't have these anger issues because men aren't going to date you because you're chubby and ugly.
Yikes. Phoenix, you see this. You mentioned the gym. Several of these women look like they haven't been in a gym in a while, Amber. But Phoenix, I would love to hear your thoughts.
I was very distracted because I was like 90% sure I just saw my ex in here. But you know, what's interesting about this, I mean, look at this, of course, this all makes sense that they would do this. But, you know, in my actual area where I am now, there's an actual place that you can go where they allow you to... They give you can pick out, you spend, let's say, X amount of dollars. You can pick out whatever you want, movies, DVDs, old toys, vases, and you go and smash them. So I'm wondering if this is like a growing trend, which is terrifying. I think that they would say this is extremely healthy. And I would say this is just more along the lines of just, again, self-inflicted craziness, narcissism, you name it. It's all insanity. And they're not right in the head. And it's very, very scary to me. You should be doing this, as was mentioned. Productive would be going to the gym, finding healthier relationships. If you're so angry, start correcting your life. Beating a pillow literally does nothing except make you look like an asshole. Like, that's all it does.
Have you noticed they all kind of look the same too? Like their outfits and the jewelry that they wear. It's all like one type of woman.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, Craig?
Are we doing hand raising now?
Thank you, Phoenix.
Did you go to one?
You asked a question that prompted me to ask Grok a question. And you asked about the price associated with these. Maybe it was Ember who did that, but somebody prompted me to ask the typical pricing for these things. So, Phoenix, if you wouldn't mind adding a little production value here. And we are going to focus on a five-day multi-day retreat for an anger retreat.
To punch a pillow.
All right, Ember, you're first today. How much do you think a multi-day, a 5-day anger retreat would cost? In chat, I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Yes, Ember.
with it being a 5-day one, and there was, I'll get to this after we do all this. I'm going to say $10,000 for a 5-day retreat.
Okay, $10,000. Okay, Phoenix.
I'm gonna go 6,500.
Okay, and Blabs.
I was gonna go around like $5,000. So.
Well, I will tell you this. Y'all did overguess, but we are
1,000.
definitely in the wrong business. I definitely think that we should definitely start setting up some pillows for a bunch of emotionally unstable white women to attack, because a 5-day, multi-day retreat for angry white women is about $4,500. $4,500.
Can I?
Yeah.
She was close. So can I add something? I think. I agree. We're in the wrong business. Let's do this. Except what I'm going to do, I will come in padding, and you can beat the patriarchy. You can beat the patriarchy. Add another 5,000 to that, Craig. We got this.
Yes.
Oh, they're going to love it.
Can we get the goats? The goats will definitely help.
There is one thing that we're forgetting about, though, that is off camera that we are not seeing in that is you have to have some quote unquote therapist off camera that we weren't seeing that is saying, oh yes, you go, you slay queen, and just basically gassing them up the whole time and enabling them the whole time that every single thing that they're feeling is right and good and that nothing is their fault. That is a big component to this that we're not seeing off camera from that little clip.
Listen, I love that, Ember, and that is definitely something we're going to need to do. But Phoenix, I figured it out, right? Listen, you take the money from the psycho white women, right? But you also take the money from the psycho white men who align with them, who feel bad that they are part of the patriarchy. So you make them pay to get beat up, which they will then ultimately enjoy. So you get it from both sides, Phoenix. You see, this is how business works. You get it from both sides, and one beats the other one up, the other one takes it, the other one, and then they apologize for getting beaten up, and they say, "Thank you, may I have another?"
I love this.
This is brilliant, right here.
I love this so much.
Genius!
I am dead serious.
I want to add, by the way, I'm also dead serious. I then want to we have to take a portion of that will go to the most misogynistic fund that has ever existed. So we're also then funding the very thing that keeps them angry. And we just keep repeating the cycle.
Could you?
So you want to do the Southern Poverty Legal Center strategy.
Exactly. Bingo.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine how unbelievably brilliant that would be? And it's like you take all these psychos, and they don't realize that they're like contributing to normalcy in the world, because we're going to take that money and do wonderful things with it, right? But man, I think there's something to this. I really do. I think there's 100%. We rent out a hotel room for a hotel ballroom for a week or whatever. Oh, this is brilliant stuff. I love where this is going, Phoenix, and I think we have our next business right here. So maybe you gotta like rent out like a beach. You gotta be like, it's luxury, right? And then you charge you charge even more. And they're like, yeah, well, at least it was on the sand, whatever. This is brilliant. I love everything about this.
Love it.
We have our new business idea. Ember, is there anything that we're missing here? Do we need some like a shaman or anything, or goat? You mentioned some goats or something?
Wine.
That was Blabs.
Lots and lots and lots of boxed wine.
That is 100% true.
I like, you don't give them bottles of wine. You just give them boxed wine. Just the crappy boxed wine.
Yes.
I love that. Awesome. Well, we will. I'm not gonna say we're gonna continue to follow that story, because we're not. We're gonna make our own story with that. Listen, and then we're gonna put together. I'm gonna use AI to make a website for this. They're gonna make some fake website for us, and we'll just take all the spend a little bit of money on advertising, and then we'll just figure it out as we go. And we'll say we'll claim we're authorities in this. That'd be great. And we can film it all too. We should film every little bit of it. Like get testimonials from these people. Talk about so they're upset about the patriarchy. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love everything about this. God, I love this. This is why what we're doing is important, Phoenix. That by itself, which is great. All right, let's go to something a little more fun, I guess, and that's ice cream. Ember, do you have a favorite ice cream flavor?
I forget what's actually called, but it's basically like Reese's peanut butter and chocolate. It's like chocolate ice cream with ribbons of peanut butter in it. Oh, it's so good. My favorite.
Dude, I'm on board with that. That sounds delicious. Just any sort of chocolate. As I've gotten older, I've gone away from the traditional like fruity snacks, right? Your Sour Patch Kids and stuff, which I do still very much enjoy, but I have grown more towards enjoying chocolate as I've gotten older. So I don't know. Is that maybe that's just a me thing? Is that anybody else?
No, I think you're ready for death when you're just eating those red, white striped candies that like grandparents eat. As long as you're not there, you're okay, Craig. Okay.
Not there yet. Not there. Give me a couple years. I'll tell you this though.
Oh boy.
my mom who was watching. Hi mom, good to see you. We have a thing, and I know everybody has this thing when it comes to grandmas, but she's now a grandma, and she will show up and just take candy out of her purse at any given time. It's just grandma candy, and she will give it to the grandkids for whatever reason. Like, I love that grandma thinks so much about her grandkids that she has a full slate of candy in her pocket. It's literally a plastic bag that she pulls out, and she'll deliver some candy to them for whatever reason. I love it. But there is a candy in there that I would say is designed for like the target demographic is the 75-year-old, but man, do I love that. I love it.
You know what my grandma used to pull out of her bag every time at the dinner table?
No, what, Phoenix?
Middle finger towards me, and she'd always go, "You're a toe gaff and a disappointment to this entire family."
Oh, wow. That's
actually happened many times. When I'd be like 6, yeah, she would point to me and go, "You're a toe gaff and a disappointment to this entire family." And even for like Christmas, she'd make sure I didn't get any presents. I was like Harry Potter.
I feel like we're learning a lot about you and your family dynamic here, which is
makes sense when you look at my history.
So Animal Crossing is working with Baskin Robbins with a Animal Crossing Summer Island Feast ice cream combines pear flavored ice cream, apple sorbet, salty ramune sorbet, and fish shaped candy pieces. There it is. Ember, would you give it a go?
That's cute. I would. That is cute. That is really cute. I would absolutely give that a try. Absolutely.
Blast, would you eat it, or would you order it just to stare at it?
I would try it, but also I'm not the audience because I've never even played Animal Crossing in my life, so I wouldn't really get like the whole references and all the other stuff. Like, oh my god, look, it's this thing from the game, right over my head. But would I try it? I would. I'd try a bite and see what it tastes like.
Well, I don't think you necessarily need to know.
Yeah, but the experience, like the experience, right? It's for the Animal Crossing people, and as I'm not one of them, I won't be like, "Oh my god, this is so cool for the Instagram," you know, all the influencer shit, like right over my head.
I bet there'll be a lot of food influencers doing this,
exactly.
But I wonder if the food influencers will also be going to Krispy Kreme, as they're giving away some delicious, yummy donuts, man. Listen, the Krispy Kreme donut, when fresh out of the fryer, may be the greatest donut in the world. I don't know if you guys have ever had the Krispy Kreme directly out of the fryer. Amber, you're shaking your head. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. When I was still living in the States, I've been to Krispy Kreme a couple times, not overly much, but yeah, I would get some Krispy Kremes like as they came down the conveyor and fresh and oh, so good, so yummy.
Phoenix, you ever had a fresh Krispy Kreme before, like right out of the fryer?
So kind of, sort of. My friends and I, we stay up very, very late, and we would be right by a Krispy Kreme place. And I do. I'm not thrilled with this nowadays, but back in the day, we would just wait because at 4 a.m. they'd start unloading the trucks and they had the whole pallet there. Yeah, we'd just take all that, take it in the car and just leave. Always had tons of free Krispy Kreme donuts. Tons of them.
Wow, you are a TOGAF and a disappointment to your
I
family.
sure am. Yeah. No, hashtag grandma was right.
Okay. Well, as we get ready for the big America 250 celebration, you may also need some ice as well. How about some fancy ice? As Aldi is this is silly. They're selling a box of 4 ice cubes for $5. The ultra pure cubes were designed to melt slower and keep drinks cool or cold without watering down. You see these at like fancy bars where they have the big ice. It's just one big thing of ice. You may have some alcohol, and it's designed to not taint the alcohol with water from the ice. Have you guys ever had a big ice cube like this before?
Yeah, but I gotta wonder if they're saying it's designed to melt slower. You gotta wonder what's in it. It's not just water.
Well, no, it's designed. Blabs, it's designed to melt slower because it's a big cube of ice. It's not small.
But there might also be something else in it too to help prevent from melting.
No, Blabs, it's very simple. You have a big block
Are you
of
sure
ice.
there's no other chemicals in there whatsoever?
Blabs, it's water. It's frozen water, and when you have big chunks of frozen water, it
I'm
melts
aware
slower
how
than
ice
small.
works. Thank you.
I'm more confused than why don't they just sell the tray just to make that yourself?
What's that, Ember?
I said apparently the people buying this stuff don't know how ice works because they're buying this stuff instead of just making ice themselves, getting a large ice mold to just freeze in their freezer.
Yes. I think that's a big part of it. I appreciate Blabs putting on the tinfoil cap. Like, I love that.
To be fair, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I was thinking.
If Phoenix said it, you wouldn't have to give him shit at all. But because I said,
No, I think he would have given me shit too.
Little scholastic, little retard.
I didn't say any of that stuff, Blabs. Mm-hmm. Wow, you're so mad. Don't even understand. Okay. All right. Anyways,
I think the question I think might be does it melt slower because it is a larger, denser block of ice, or did they do something to it to facilitate it melting slower? That's the question that needs to be asked.
well, that is what Blabs is asking here. Yes, is that they modified it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, because if you're buying, so that's the thing. If you're buying the actual ice cubes, then I'm with Blabs. I'm like, what are they putting in there? If it's a literal mold, basically, you go home and you put water in it.
I think it's the actual ice cubes inside.
Then that makes me wonder what the hell's in that thing.
What happens if it gets defrosted for a little bit in transit somewhere, stuck in a truck?
Then when you put it in the frozen section, it freezes again. Yeah,
but that the thing is, though, it's already starting to melt. If there's some sort of chemicals or whatever that was releasing to slow it down, and you refreeze it, like, hello, these are genuine questions here. I don't know why you're making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you, Blaz, at all. I love the conspiracy.
We need the ingredients list.
Yeah, I'm not making fun of you at all. Like, literally at all. I think it's amazing just how quickly you pop on the tinfoil cap. I love it. It's spectacular and it makes me happy. So that's all. That's all I'm saying, Blabs. Just put that on. I made a little tinfoil cap for you, Blabs. How's that?
Thank you.
Yeah, this is good.
Doesn't really match my eyes, though. I don't like it.
Hold on. Let me make it smaller for you.
He's gonna cover my eyes now, isn't he? Like, now it really matches your eyes.
Match them.
There we go. I love tinfoil cap, Blabs. I love it. Don't do that. It's all right. All right. And finally, something that is not a tinfoil cap moment is we've talked, and I feel like I know I've seen this video before. I think we actually talked about it on the show, but everybody coming to the United States who is coming over for the World Cup, this has been my favorite thing. We've talked about this on the show many, many times, but we've seen folks come in, they're just finding out how amazing America is. And this Australian discovered Texas Roadhouse. And Texas Roadhouse is not exactly I would say a really super nice restaurant. I would say it's not even an upscale restaurant. It's like a casual steakhouse, I guess is the best way to describe it. Have you guys ever had Texas Roadhouse before?
Never had the opportunity, unfortunately.
Okay.
But is it a good, like, hole in the wall kind of place, or is this more an established?
No, this is a chain.
This is a chain. This is a massive chain. Yes. Anybody who's ever been to a Texas Roadhouse knows that this is definitely a food concept that has been scaled and pushed out to where you can find these in pretty much every state in America right now, is a Texas Roadhouse, right? But this guy, and those who have been to Texas Roadhouse will really appreciate this. This is his first impression of a Texas Roadhouse here.
Yeah, I don't normally go to fancy restaurants, but like I'm in America with my son, so I'm like, let's go to Texas Roadhouse. It's unbelievable. First of all, they give you these peanuts. You can eat as many as you want. She's like, yeah, just take a bag. Then they come out and they put this bread on the table, and I'm like, oh, I didn't order the bread. It's like, oh, that's free. And it's like, and she goes, and if you want more bread, we'll just give you more. And this bread it's as nice as bread can possibly be. Like, if you're an Australian, try and picture the most unbelievable bread, like Subway bread. Got this fancy butter.
Can we just stop down for a second? And
Subway bread.
Yes, it's a sad statement when in Australia the best bread, the most fancy bread, is bread from Subway. just throwing it out there. Probably not.
10 years ago, I might have agreed with them on that.
Well, in some countries, Subway bread isn't even considered bread. It's considered a sponge, which is crazy. Yeah, but this is great. So let's continue here.
Then they give you the Coke. Of course, it's America, so it's unlimited refill. And then it was all like ribs and steak and chips. There was an onion that had been deep fried, and you dip it in the sauce.
Which he should know, because that's started in Australia as the bloomin' onion from Outback Steakhouse. I mean, come on, what are we even doing here? It's the national dish of Australia, right? I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah. Awesome.
You just leave there so happy. And then Australians are all like, yeah, but in America you've got to tip. No, you don't have to tip. You want to tip. These people are the most wonderful people in the world. I don't even know why you Americans are so angry all the time. You guys have Texas Roadhouse in your country. You should just be walking around wanting to hug everybody.
Give it up for Nathan over here. Nathan Rand Claude, who puts things in perspective. It's so good in America. We don't even understand how good we have it in America. We should just be walking around hugging everybody, because we do have Texas Roadhouse and wonderful, the best Subway bread in the world, and unlimited peanuts and unlimited sodas. It's the best. People take it for granted every single day. It drives me crazy. Ember, is there a restaurant that you feel? Because I know you said you're not in the United States, but is there a restaurant that you miss from the United States?
Well, I'm in Canada, so for the one restaurant that I do miss is I do miss Chili's, and I do miss like TGI Fridays. But there's one particular restaurant that I used to go to. It's not a traditional American restaurant, so this may be a little bit off, but there was a place called House of Kobe, which is basically kind of like a Benihana, only it was much more small scale, just this one restaurant where they it's Japanese style cuisine. They cook the food in front of you. I missed that place because it had the best lobster tail I have ever eaten, and I've never once found a place that can do a lobster tail as good as House of Kobe could do, and it's just so good. So that is like the one restaurant I miss from the States since I moved to Canada.
House of Kobe.
I just want it to be like Kobe.
Kobe. That's right. which will tie very well into our next segment here in just a little bit, which we are talking hoops, or at least the reaction from basketball here in just a second. Well, all right, let's go and move on to our next story. But first, we got some super chats. Why don't you get a couple of these supers if you wouldn't mind while I get the next story queued up?
Okay, dokies. Skylers for 5 says, I'm going SCU because the Skybrow's universe is far superior to MCU and DCU. Love the song you post on Xblabs. Oompa, oompa, dippity do. Yep. Thank you very much. Anyway, Yeti for 10 says, with the current CGI capabilities of the DCU, it would be interesting to see a live-action version of Under the Red Hood, provided it was true to the source material. So 10 for DC. Thank you very much. Fritz 479 for 2 says, we be side-scrolling. Indy for 2 says, but there's a creepy man at gyms too for Tenchi Universe. No. We're not doing doing that.
No.
No, because then that means more counting for Phoenix. He's already got enough to do. Sansa for 10 says, I say DCU all the way. All the Batman movies were amazing. Even Batman and Robin was fun to watch. Christopher Reeve's Superman was awesome, and the animated shows were incredible. Thank you for that. That's 10 for DC. Soul Silver for 5 said, this is a great money laundering scheme. I almost wish I had come up with this idea. Also send these to Xeno's side-scrollers because both MCU and DCU are shit. Anime is better. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Magnum for 20 says the same people complain about GTA 6 being 100 are also joining Marxist mobs to jack sweatpants from Target. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. We need to start pricing these people out. Boss for $5 says Postal 2 and GTA have been great for me for getting out frustration. And I'll keep doing so in Postal 2 remake and GTA 6 for DCU, Batman, and Dean Cain. So that's $5 for DC.
That's a good point. We do need to consider that Dean Cain is in the DCU, technically.
Yeah. Mr. Paroxysm for 5 says, if you have the time and money to go to an angry retreat, you absolutely have time and money for a gym membership. Yeah. Naguyan Sakurai for 5 says, for $7 for MCU, even though he did for 5. MCU, I blame DC for the rise of woke in comics, and MCU due to Wonder Woman. Want to know where they thought girl bosses worked? Look to DC. So that is 5 for the MCU. RBS Bentley for member for 52 months says, we can charge women to whine and complain. Most tend to do it for free. So you're telling me there's a chance. Commodore Fan for 2 says, Craig, make sure to contact VAT19 for some of the glasses they sell that can hold an entire bottle of wine or glasses that fit right on top of a wine bottle like a stopper.
Commodore Fan, thank you so much for the business advice. Appreciate that. We'll definitely look into that when we start our angry white woman anger camp. It'll be great.
Marvelin for 10 says, for Phoenix's base grandma. Now I get why he wants to be God King, which I fully support. Once again, the DCU. That's 10 for DC. Captain Rudy for 5 says, let's be honest, those ice cubes will melt in 2 seconds in the presence of Ember.
Oh.
Coyote for 5 says, clear ice cubes like these melt slower due to directional freezing. You can make them at home with a mini cooler in your freezer. My vote for DC. Thank you. That's 5 for DC. Constantine for 5 says 5 for the DCU. First movie I saw with my mother was Batman Returns in 1992. Also, another series I grew up was watching Highlander with Adrian Paul as Connor McLeod. Hope the Calville Highlander is okay. Poke for 1 says average high summer temperature in Norway 77 Fahrenheit. Arch is going to die as soon as he steps off the plane. Yeah, he's just gonna be a red tomato, isn't he? Because he's blonde.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
And then Verbose for 10 says HR is always right. She's the scheduler. That's right, I am. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Glad to see you on Ember. Stay reporting, Craig. You can pick where this goes. So that's 10 for Craig's choice.
I will go to whichever is lower here, which gives us an opportunity to go to Phoenix and get an update on our battle here between the MCU and DCU and our greatest movie franchise ever tournament.
It is closer than you might think because we've been hearing a lot about the DCU. It's actually $60 for Marvel and $87.15 for the DCU. So it's still a pretty close race.
All right, nice. Well, we'll see how this plays out throughout the duration of the show. We'll tally up all your super chats, direct donations, Rumble rants as we continue to make our way through. Thank you very much, Phoenix. Appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and move on. This story is sweeping across the internet right now. And this is one of those stories that you go like, hey, only in New York or every major metropolitan city. The New York Knicks won the NBA title, their first title in 53 years. They had their championship parade, and they did some fun things around the city, like painting the trash cans of their city orange and blue, like their team colors. Well, fast forward, because we can't have nice things in New York without people just totally stealing them. A JP Morgan Chase executive was fired after a viral video showed her dumping trash out of a Knicks-themed public trash can and taking the can during the Knicks championship parade in New York. This is the video right here.
Now you understand my Oompa Loompa reference?
The colors, right? Because of the colors?
Yeah, the colors and the way that this like, which one's the trash can, bro? They're both oof.
Oof. So here is this lady. Go ahead, Ember.
I'm sorry. I saw the funniest joke about this. I don't know if you're going to bring this up, but I saw the funniest joke, like, tweet about this, where they said apparently they had bring your own cup day at 7-Eleven.
Pretty good. I think that's coming up in a few weeks, actually, Ember. But that would be a pretty good thing if she brought in her Knicks trash can. Here's the issue with that is that it was viral, it got caught, and she has since been fired. But what they didn't tell you in that headline here, this headline here, is that she was actually working for JP Morgan Chase as a DEI executive, a diversity, equity, and inclusion executive right here. So here we are. This is amazing to see, this courtesy of the New York Post. She emptied the trash can right on the street, then stole it right there. A woman caught on tape emptying the trash can was fired Tuesday over the incident, the Post has learned. Angie Baez was promoted to Executive Director of Community and Industry Engagement for Card and Connected Commerce. What a title. Director of Community and Industry Engagement for Card and Connected Commerce.
So I did the little Jose Ramirez, and I tried to find her on LinkedIn. I can't find her anymore, so I'm assuming she nuked her account after she went viral and was getting all this quote-unquote backlash, if you will. So yeah, she's gone off LinkedIn now, because I was like, I want to see what this woman has done in her life and her career, but you can't find it anymore.
Well, she did previously serve as an executive director of diversity, equity, and inclusion at New York-based review website The Infatuation, which Chase acquired as part of a broader push into lifestyle and experiential content right there. So I guess, I see the chat saying that why has she not been arrested? Like, everybody sees this person. We have her name. You go to her house and you say, hey, Miss Baez, do you have the giant orange and blue trash can that you stole that over 6 million people saw? And when it's in the corner collecting literal trash in her tiny little New York apartment, you arrest her for it. What, like, am I missing something here? Phoenix, maybe you have some insight.
Oh, if you only knew what the God King Emperor was thinking. As far no, I don't. I guess that'd be like a big fine. I think she absolutely should at the very least be fined for this. Maybe do some public service where she has to clean up at the. Maybe clean up the streets or something like that. This is ridiculous. Oh. And it just once again shows you the character of who these very entitled, were never told no people are, and who've been handed literally everything, and at the same time they tell you that they have no what's that word when you need
principles, morals?
No, entitled. The fuck. What
Privilege?
Is that word? Privilege. Thank you.
By the way, scroll down the article. You're gonna love it. Because it says early in her career, Baez worked as a diversity and inclusion program lead at Squarespace and helped it just jumped on me. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Baez also appeared to have co-founded a queer and black indigenous people of color talent-owned agency, Sam Page Co. So she's from the Bronx also, if that puts in perspective.
Well, she also was, as you can see, caught on the subway with this. very happy
Good
that
Lord.
Very proud
Yes,
of herself, I can tell.
Yeah, how is she not arrested yet?
It's going to be
well,
her feeding trough.
God. Oh my gosh. Well, this is exactly. Yeah, go ahead, Ember.
It's not overly surprising because it's New York City. And like we've been seeing stories about this all over from independent journalists about how New York City doesn't do anything about their lower or petty crime like theft like this. I was watching a news story earlier today. Yeah, well, I mean the crime, but starting in specifically with the petty theft here is that they're not enforcing laws. They're letting people just do pretty much whatever they want, especially if they meet the proper diversity quota. If they meet the proper diversity quota, they'll turn a blind eye and just let them run roughshod over everything. Do retail theft, cause riots, cause disturbances everywhere. Look at what happened with the Knicks game celebration afterwards. The rioting in the streets. That one poor cab driver who had his cab completely trashed while he was in the thing. I myself have not heard about any of those people getting like arrested and put into the box. And it's just it basically speaks to the city itself in terms of how far it's fallen down, that they are not doing anything to anyone that commits a crime. It's like, oh, you commit a crime, and especially if you are of the correct ethnic diversity or gender or lack thereof, as the case might be. And it's like, okay, you can pretty much do whatever you want. We're not going to do anything because we are so wholly focused on being on the quote right side of history that we're just going to basically we're going to let the animals destroy our city and say, look at us, we're so inclusive. And we see the results of it. It's all going downhill.
Two quick things. First of all, Ember, did not notice. I love your hair, by the way. Two is if you ask these DEI people, I think they would say to you, right, that like clearly the white man has power, the patriarchal is BS. And so that would mean that most likely in their eyes that therefore the garbage men of society guaranteed to be minority, black, Hispanic, whatever. And I wonder who has to pick that all up now. Isn't that weird? The DEI hire that just threw that all on the ground for someone. That's weird. Isn't that weird? Remember how I keep going back and back how all they do is contradict, just clear contradiction in every single thing they do. That's interesting. Anyway, thought I'd point that out.
Well, I appreciate that, Phoenix. Some clarity about this is under New York City law, theft and property valued under $1,000 is typically charged as petty larceny, a Class A misdemeanor. Consequences are often minimal, usually a fine, summons, or community service for first-time offenders. The littering that accompany the theft could bring additional penalties. Says dumping trash onto the streets and stealing public property for your own personal use are both illegal, antisocial behaviors and not what New Yorkers do. On top of all that, doing both on camera is incredibly stupid, the New York City Department of Sanitation told the Post in a statement, which is all true right there. Once again, what are you going to do about it? And if you can let's just take a step back here. Under New York City law, the theft of property valued under $1,000 is typically charged as like nothing. The consequences are often minimal. Why are things like this? That's why. Because people can go up and steal $1,000 worth of stuff and not have to worry about it at all. Why is this so hard for people to understand? This doesn't make any sense to me. This lady should be made an example of. But we all know she's not, right? I'm sorry, she lost her job. Apparently, they said her job, I saw a post about this, her job salary on Glassdoor is between $300,000, here it is right here, between $300,000 and $400,000. Ryan Lee says, I don't think people truly understand how insane this is. A director, J.P. Morgan, probably making $300,000 to $400,000 a year. This chick with the level of idiocy to dump the trash for a random painted street can was making that much money to do absolutely nothing. And she threw it all away. The irony of her throwing it all away while throwing trash on the street. There's a lot of irony right there. This is what her position does. A director of DEI designs and implements strategies to foster diverse, equitable, and supportive workplace. What? This is crazy to me, and I'm sorry that she is so like this person is so broken, and she valued the trash can over her job. Congrats, you're gonna get what you want.
Congrats on that inevitable heart attack. Just that's what I'd say.
I have a theory. I have a small little theory on this, is that these people that are all in on DEI, where they're actually like heads of DEI or their job description is DEI, ironically enough, while they rail and and scream about privilege, where they'll point to everyone else and talk about how, oh, you have privilege and your privilege is wrong, we have to do everything to remove that privilege. They, in fact, are the ones that have now achieved the very privilege that they rail against. And what she just did, I think, is a perfect example of the privilege that she believed she possessed. She believed because she is DEI, both in job and in person, she thought she had the privilege to do anything she wants because the world and society owes it to her. And she's like, well, I like that trash can. And because I have DEI privilege, I'm just going to take that trash can. And she did. So they're basically trying to flip the script on this in terms of the entire privilege argument in this regard.
The chat is saying that apparently that New York City is Sabadabadoo says, the kicker is that the same trash can can be sold by the city for like $170. Like you could literally go to the city and buy this. Wow. I can't find any information about that online, but if that's the case, that's hilarious. And honestly sad. Real quick, just a quick thank you over on YouTube for the raid from Nyannis over there. That's appreciate that, Nyannis. Always love to see raids over on YouTube, and it's spectacular. We appreciate that. If you're coming in from the raid, make sure you say hi, subscribe to the channel. We look forward to seeing you. We're live every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time, on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, and of course, Rumble as well. All right, let's go ahead and move on from that nonsense as much as we possibly can. Blabs, why don't we get a few supers in while I get the next story pulled up, please?
Okie dokies. All right. So actually we have to hit up this one real fast. Where are the boobs? Boop. Okay. Because over here, Nameless World for $50 says, have you ever seen Phoenix and Jeremy Johns in the same room? Neither have I. Dun dun dun.
Oh no. Oh, Jeremy, where you going? I'm sorry. Phoenix, where are you going?
What if Phoenix's real name is Jeremy?
Dun, dun,
I don't know.
Dun.
Anyway.
Nameless World. Hey, I got something for you, Nameless World.
Thank you, brother.
I got something for you. How about that? How about that?
How about them apples? Nathan Cassidy for 5 says the YouTube channel Burial Goods did a reading of the Japanese tourist who was amazed by the Costco rotisserie chicken and the free chips and salsa. Hashtag MCU. That's 5 for the MCU. Captain Rudy for 2 says Subway bread in Ireland is legally called cake. Magnum for 10 says we will only have until we give it all up to these people. Captain Rudy for 2 says SCU is 1,000 times better than MCU and DCU. Mr. Zaku Retro for 1,000 Argentinian or 68 cents says happy Messi birthday for everyone. Greg, you need to watch Japanese man amaze their free appetizers. It's hilarious in only 2 minutes. Happy Messi Day. Yeah, Messi the king. Thank you for that. Mr. Toast for 5 says that I would just like to say, as a lifelong son of the great city of Brooklyn, and I hate that we are anchored to this tumor of city. Well, I'm sorry.
Thank you for that.
Magnum for 10 says, my point was, I'm tired of people ruining my gameplay on GTA. Too much trap music and people screaming in the background for me to partake. Main Ace for 5 says, in communist New York, isn't everything free? MCU has always been better. Have you seen the new Muslim Raven? F-U, DCU. No goth girl, no peace. All right, so that's 5 for MCU right there. And Bike Shorts for 5 says, as a New Yorker, people will hear litter and steal all the time.
All right.
Oh, that's me.
Is that you? Am I hearing?
I hear that too.
I'm some scratchiness. Is that from you, Blabs?
Yeah, my USB disconnected and then couldn't reconnect.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on real quick. This is spectacular, and by spectacular I mean spectacularly horrifying. Disney, the happiest place on earth, just got Well, I'd say a little more scary. As a 13-year-old boy was doing what 13-year-old boys do and being stupid, he was hospitalized after falling the final 50 feet of Disneyland's Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This used to be it used to be Splash Mountain, and then this is the ride that they rebranded for DEI purposes over
Tiana's
here.
Bayou. But I do want to point out that he says from falling. No, he climbed out.
He climbed out of the raft.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're all like, "Oh, he fell out." No. Fuckface climbed out and then fell.
Well, let's check it out.
At Disneyland on Sunday, a 13-year-old fell down the last 50 feet of a log flume water ride before it ended. TMZ has the video. Disney says the boy exited early on his own before.
Wait, sorry, real quick. What was that? Was that a laugh track, Phoenix? Was that from you? Oh, okay. Just making sure we're there. Here we go. Here's the video from TMZ right here. You can see the kid falling out, right, or jumping out, and then he. Whoa! Oh my gosh!
That's not good.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry. That's so funny. What an idiot kid. I should feel sorry for this. I don't feel sorry for this kid at all.
Fuck him.
Oh my gosh. This, to me, my friends, is a great example of Darwin's Law. Is that right? Where he just gets taken out for being dumb?
Yeah.
Well, this is just wonderful here. Just wonderful. So I'd say who's in the wrong, but nobody's in the wrong, as this is pointed out down here. If there's only some way that this could have been prevented, right here with the "remain seated at all time" sign.
Yeah, I've seen some posts where they're totally misconstruing this, and they're like, "This ride had no seatbelts. He fell out." Like they're reporting also that's Disney's fault, even not knowing that's the actual kid. Like, it's so stupid.
This is what it looks like when you go over the edge here. By the way, this courtesy of TPM Vids here. This is the exact moment where the kid got out, went over the edge, and then slowly pummeled. Oh my God!
Whoopsies!
Man, I honestly, no sympathy. I have zero sympathy for this kid. Absolutely not. Right here. And I have zero sympathy for the people who are saying, well, the ride doesn't have seatbelts. This is why, like, there's an ounce of freedom. The idea that you get in this thing and you don't have to wear seatbelts. There's millions of people ride this ride every single year. And this kid is going to be the reason why you got to put seatbelts on moving ahead. This kid is the one who's going, well, he fell off the ride and then he had to die.
Apparently it was reopened the very next day. So
it should have been open the very same moment.
Well, they probably did it as a precaution in case something was a mechanical failure and they didn't want to risk it happening again. So it's a safety precaution. But I don't think they're going to put seatbelts on this. How many water rides do you know where they put seatbelts on you? Like the tube ones.
Then it's a drowning hazard, right? Am I right?
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they can.
Well, so based off of, this is so silly. Based off of the estimated range of the Magic Kingdom of people who ride Splash Mountain and or Tiana's Adventure, right? 1,200 riders per hour based off of 8-person logs, 12 to 14 operating hours per day. So between 14 and 17,000 riders per day. So an estimated 4 to 6 million riders per year. And this little 13-year-old twerp is going to ruin it for everybody. Unbelievable.
I mean, if he's a real
I feel
boy.
bad for any potential riders. I feel bad for any potential riders coming behind him, because if they weren't able to stop the ride, this kid goes tumbling down. Then you have another car coming behind him. He was like, given, I don't know what the distance is between the two cars. I would feel bad for the riders behind him, because they could potentially, he might not get out of the way, the cars won't stop, and these guys are coming down and just turning him into a fine red mist. And imagine how much that would traumatize little kids riding on this ride in the car behind them. That's who I would
become a corpse.
Potentially feel bad for.
I'm assuming they have like a 1 log descent at a time where it has to clear out and be
sure.
like completely thing. I would hope, because that's true. Like if somebody does fall out, the person behind, the people coming up are just gonna sandwich them. Ugh.
Oh yeah, he didn't die. I mean, if he did, though, you could have stuck a couple of rods in him and made him an animatronic with that corpse, and that would have solved everything. Exactly. But if he's a real boy, though, like
Not
honestly,
like Pinocchio.
if he's a real boy, like he's laughing with his friends. He's just like they're all laughing. Like, do you see what I did? Like I would have just been laughing. I'm hoping he's taking it with a little bit of humor.
I do. Okay. Can we just go back to the video just for a second, please? Okay. I do love the idea of, God, I'm a horrible person, of seeing this young man falling down and making his way down. And then immediately the next flume comes down.
Yeah.
And you just see this giant puff of red mist.
Yeah, and all the water turns red.
Right. And then you hear Shao Kahn go, fatality.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But you could make him part of the ride. Put a couple of rods in him and just move him in the. He's part of the ride. He's a little animatronic.
I mean, it fits the voodoo thing for Tiana's Bayou.
Mm-hmm. Or you just put a little cross at the bottom, like here lies Jimmy. Jimmy Rodriguez, who fell down the Tiana's Bayou right there. I think that'd be great. All right, we can definitely laugh at that a little
I'm
more.
sure he's fine because it's all water. I'm sure his
Yeah,
injuries
he
are pretty
was
minimal.
released in the same day with like minor scrapes and bruises.
Oh, see, to be young, to fall down 50 feet,
that's what I'm
like, come on.
I mean,
got
it
a
wasn't
great
exactly
story.
50 feet straight. It was like a couple feet bunk, couple feet bunk, couple feet bunk.
He got a free water slide. The kid's actually kind of lucky.
I agree. I'm with you, Phoenix. I think this is if anything, like this kid has a great story.
Great story.
He's not hurt in a major way, and the fact that he's totally fine and released the same day says no seatbelts, no seatbelts untying. It's no reason to have seatbelts here.
And what
Amber,
are the chances he was with a buddy on the ride, and they were basically videoing him with their phone, and his whole incident is posted on social media somewhere. What are the possibility of that?
Good question right here. Good question. Now if we can go in and we can actually zoom in a little bit on this. I think it's actually important. Sorry, I just look and you see this kid. I'm sorry. I just see this stupid kid right here falling out. I shouldn't be laughing this hard. I'm sorry.
Yes, you should.
Jesus Christ, he's actually crying.
It's so stupid. Sorry. I know. I'm trying to see if there's any other kids in this thing that can be identified, or if it was just him as a lone wolf. I'm sorry. It's just so funny.
See, this is him doing a stunt with his buddies.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing this hard, but I am. All right. All right, just keep going.
Jesus Christ, dude. Get it together.
He fell down backwards.
That's all he did, a full taco.
He did the full taco on the way down, Ember. You're correct.
Dude just
Look
took
at him
some
over.
William.
He's like he just folded up like a lawn chair.
Oh, he did.
Wow. Hang on.
Stop it. It's so funny. He got folded up like a lawn chair on the way down. That's so freaking funny. Oh my God, what a dumb, stupid kid. All right. Woo. All right, Blaz, please read some supers while I collect myself.
Okay. Aiden for 5 says, hey guys, tonight I'm going back to Texas live for the Mexico versus Chechi? I think that's how you say it. I'm retarded. Match. It's going to be a full house again, and I hope we have a lot of fun. And hope your team wins. Bike Shorts for 5 says, as a New Yorker, people here litter and steal all the time. Sinbad for 10 says, it's too bad DCU only carried by Batman, and my favorite DC character, Constantine, doesn't get enough love. Hope Keanu Reeves steps back into the role one day. This is for SCU. Lahia Ember.
Aren't they working on a
Thank
Constantine
you.
too? I think that's in the works.
I think they are.
Yeah.
I did hear that they are trying to do a second Constantine movie with Keanu.
By the way, what is the SCU?
I don't know.
Okay.
The Skybrow's universe.
Oh, right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hyenaver for 5 says he was probably trying to escape the ride. Apparently that ride is lame and completely soulless after they remade it. Yeah, that's fair.
This ride's so gay!
Mac for 5 says, knowing TikTok, there's going to be a challenge associated with this ride, and a full-blown cage is going to end up being built. Possible.
Oh, God, they're probably right.
It's like that time that person had that coin or whatever it was fall out of the Velocicoaster ride, and now there's that giant net, and they have all the metal sensors that you have to like remove everything out of your pockets. You got to put everything in your locker room in Florida. Jaro for 5 says, 13-year-old on the ride. Hi, I'm Timmy. Welcome to Jackass. 5 for the MCU. And then Patrick for 20 says, zippity doo da, zippity day. Oh my, what a flippin' idiot. MCU for 20. Oh, that's
I
funny.
love it. T-Mac Burninator says, in other news, an Antifa leader was sentenced to 100 years in prison in Texas, with others being sentenced. The Justice Department made a post about it on X yesterday. Here's the post. Did you guys see this right here?
Yep.
Yeah,
This
total between all of them was like 450 years.
This is the way. This is the way it should be done. Don't take any nonsense from this. The sentences handed down today make it clear that Antifa terrorists who attack law enforcement and federal facilities will face swift and uncompromising justice. I love that. Uncompromising justice. Let's stink and go. Their violent extremism is no place in our country, and the Department of Justice will continue to aggressively investigate, disrupt, and prosecute those who threaten law enforcement officers and undermine the rule of law. You can see this right here, exploding fireworks right here. They got this "fuck you pigs" right here, and punctured the tires of the van, broke the facility's surveillance camera. Man, just
an officer got shot in the a neck grazed by a bullet. Yeah, got shot in the neck.
Yeah.
Throw away the key. Throw away the stinking key. No parole. No parole. Just throw them in there, let them rot, and let them think about how much of a revolutionary they were for 100 years. Unbelievable. Tenarian also came in with 10, says, we've all been kids once. At that age, I jumped off the roof of our local priest house with a BMX bike. I stuck the landing, but it still hurt like hell. The irony there that you jumped off the priest house and it hurt like hell. For DC, because Batman Returns and their animated stuff, that's held up extremely well. That's $10 for DC from Tenarian. And congratulations making the Jesus jump there, Tenarian. That's wonderful to hear. All right, let's get a quick update from you, Phoenix, before we move on to our next story involving a settlement. We'll move on to another story after that. Go ahead.
Well, this got very close. We've got 94.99 for the MCU to 97.15 for the DCU. So it's really close now.
All right. Okay. All right. This is interesting stuff. Thank you very much for that, Phoenix. All right, let's talk a little bit of video games, if you don't mind, here on the #1 video game podcast on God's Green Earth. We're glad you're with us today. We got some news that Grand Theft Auto 6, the price has officially been unveiled. We talked about this a couple days ago, and it was rumored. Someone said $80 in Phoenix. You're like, no, they're not doing $80. And I think you actually said that you would like eat a shirt or something like that if it was $80, or you'd do something weird. I don't remember.
Castrate myself, Craig. That's, I believe, what I had said. Yes.
Well, get out the knife. Because GTA 6 will cost $80.
Straight.
Oh, well,
$80.
$80 it is, Phoenix.
Wow.
Yes.
I was wrong.
With the Ultimate Edition costing $100. Pre-orders going live tonight.
So correct me if I'm wrong. right? Like the new price that was standard was $69.99, correct? Wasn't that like where they went up to six? It wasn't $79. So this is another additional 10 that they're adding to it. This is what the industry was hoping for that they would do, which is to increase it. That they have justification to do that, correct?
Correct. That is correct.
Yeah, then I was wrong.
Here is the thing about this, Phoenix. $80, not even the full game. Not even the full game.
Really?
GTA 6 locks access to several in-game stores and customization options behind its Ultimate Edition. This includes tattoo shops, mod shops for specific upgrades, and certain custom vehicle features which are only available the higher tier. Other stores remain accessible in the standard edition right here. So, one other little tidbit of here. GTA 6, $80. Hey, you want to go to Walmart, Target to buy it? Go ahead. Guess what you get in your box, Phoenix?
I get my dick since I'm cash. I don't know. What do you get?
A digital code.
Oh, no.
There is no actual disc of GTA 6.
Wow. Well,
This is the way they're going.
wow. Okay, yeah, because one thing I will say is, look, if I don't like this, but if any company is gonna do it, like man, you're gonna get a game, right? Whether this is gonna be a mega blockbuster game, a game unlike I'm sure we've never seen before. Mm-hmm. So at least for that amount of money, at the very least, you are going to get something that they put 10, 15 years of work into.
Sure.
That all said, I like, for me, that's like, no, it's a hard no for me. Like that like fuck that. And then to have the digital code, are they saying? Did they give an excuse like, listen, the game is too big, it can't fit on a disc? But then you could do 2 discs. But this is just a bag of AIDS all around.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. They simply just announced that there's going to be no disc for this at all, and it's going to be $100 if you want the full game. Right here, this is some clips and images from it. You can see from Culture Crave over on X. But yes, there we are. So I think this is obviously a major moment in video games. This is going to be one of the biggest launches in video game history, in entertainment history. And what you're going to see here is you're going to see executives across the industry. Let's just say at EA, right? They're going to go, well, Grand Theft Auto was $80 and Grand Theft Auto was $100 and it sold 50 million copies. So guess what? Madden 2027, $80. And this is going to thrust the cost of games up for the rest of the industry.
And what I'm shocked about is that you're saying that there's content that you actually cannot potentially access. To me, that's the real stab in the back. That I don't know. I don't know anything about this, but right, Craig, you're saying that there are stores and things like that you may not have access to in this standard edition. It's not like this is just like you're getting skins and stuff. You're actually I'm trying to look here.
So this says the Ultimate Edition includes 15 plus in-game quote unquote bonuses, right? But the whole bonus thing, it's corporate slop verbiage for we already made it, but you can't have it unless you give us the extra $20. Mm-hmm. Right? That's really what it comes down to. Amber, what do you think of this? Just this idea of is this going to set the new standard?
Honestly, like on the onset, I vaguely remember when there was talk about GTA 6 way back. I thought GTA 6 was actually being proposed as being $100 like a year or two ago. So it actually surprises me that that its retail is going to be $79. But you are right. We are going to this is the industry pattern. Is we've been seeing this slow creep in video games where as console generations, as technology increases, we start saying, okay, can we like nickel and dime people a little bit higher? We'll go $5 more here. We'll go $10 more here. We'll sustain it. The rest of the industry says, okay, people are willing to pay for this. And so then all the rest of the industry then follows suit. We're also seeing this in the pay-gated content, where GTA 6 is not the first game that has this pay-gated content, where there is content within the game. It's not actual DLC. It's already baked into the code of the game as is, but you as the consumer, if you buy, say, the basic version of the game, you can't access it unless you give me more money. Either you buy the Ultimate Edition or you buy an expansion pass, and we're seeing more and more of this taking place throughout the years. We're observing the gaming industry, seeing how far they can push the consumer, how much money can they continue, how much more money can they squeeze out of people until the consumer is going to say, yeah, no, I'm done. I don't care if this is a highly anticipated game. I have bills I need to pay, and I am at a point in my life where these bills are outweighing my desire to play a video game, even if I really want to. And so I think the video game industry is going to keep pushing this over and over again, just like they're going to be doing with the digital version, where, Craig, you were talking about how you're only getting a digital code if you were to buy it in store. Well, Fallout 76 did that back when it launched. When you bought a physical copy of Fallout 76, you didn't get a disc in there. You got a gear-shaped card with a code that you then had to download things where you had, that you would download the game. Nintendo has been doing this forever and a day. Nintendo Switch 2, I'm reasonably sure most of the games on Nintendo Switch are not physical copies. Even if you have a physical card, it's not a physical game. It's an unlock key. So you would actually still have to download the game on your Switch, and the card that you put in is the unlock key to actually play the game. So in both respects, going digital only and continuing to inch the prices up higher and higher and higher with every passing, I guess, console generation, I'll say, it's the slow creep of the video game industry, seeing just how much they can wring out of people until finally that, the consumer is going to be the one to dictate, where they go, you know what? I can't afford this anymore. You've been raising the prices over and over, year after year. I can't do this anymore, so I'm not going to play your game, because my value is, it's more important to feed myself and my family than to play this video game. And I think at that point, when it is an en masse, a collection of people that are just going, we can't afford this, so we're not going to pay for it, then the video game industry might take a second look and go, okay, maybe we need to start bringing it back down. Maybe we shouldn't be wasting so much money in the development of these games, so that way we can bring the prices down. Because in the end, as long as people keep paying the money for it, they're going to keep increasing the prices. They're going to keep doing it as long as keep paying it. And the best way to let the gaming industry know, like, hey, we're not happy with the way you're increasing your prices like this. The best way to let them know is with your wallet, because that is what all companies listen to. They listen to the social media, customer complaints. Not all of that is rolling off a duck's back. The moment they'll listen is when it starts affecting their bottom line, when they actually start going, oh, we're not making as much money, so we can't get as much of a bonus as we'd like. So maybe now we'll need to make a change. And that's probably what it's going to be taking.
Here's the problem, and I agree with everything you said. Here's the problem. This game is going to sell and break records. It's going to be the biggest entertainment launch in history. The $100 price tag will be the game that most people who buy the game will buy. And then once they have that game, they will then go and buy more Rockstar Bucks or whatever they're called inside of GTA.
Yeah.
And there will be people who will use GTA and they will become millionaires because they're going to launch YouTube channels and create content. They're going to catch the wave. And it's going to be massive, and it's going to be huge. And I don't like GTA is a cultural event. Anytime a GTA is launched, and the fact this has been in development for 13 years is only added to the hype now that it's almost here. One last little thing here, Phoenix. Two last little things. You asked about what is in the Ultimate Edition. Exclusive vehicles and outfits, exclusive car modification shops, exclusive facial hair, tattoos, nails, makeup, customization, special locations, and
special location.
Yes, and additional activities spread throughout the story here for Jason and Lucia, right here. Which, the top comment here, Rockstar's Ultimate Edition is straight up predatory bullshit. Pay for extra, and I think that's a great way to say it. Just it's very predatory, because you're like, well, we got this base package here, right? But for only $20 more, you get that goatee. And by the way, did you know Lucia also has this extra spot on the map that you can go to, by the way, that's already built in the game, but we're not going to give it to you unless you give us $20. Do you know that?
See,
like, that's...
I'm really torn on this one because, like, yeah, I'm going to probably get heat for this. But, like, so again, I'm going to keep saying I don't like this, right? So there's my records here. But if any company can do it to me, it is them. Because you really are going to get... Rockstar has delivered some of the greatest... Red Dead Redemption 2 is, in my opinion, an absolute masterpiece. The amount of... Like, when you look at, like... When you take a family out for movies, my God, that's probably like $100 some odd dollars, right? And that is essentially what amounts to a 2-hour experience. Then on top of the popcorn and all that stuff, this is something that you're going to probably get... God knows how many hours of entertainment from. Then when you have the online capabilities, it's going to go on and on and on and on. I'm not giving it an excuse. To me, this is more like, if anyone can do it, it's them. And to me, I actually hope that it makes us get angry at other developers who start charging close to that. And we're like, wait, I'm sorry. Did you compare yourself to your bug-ridden mess that was unfinished? You want me to spend $70 on that thing when for $10 more I got this thing? So hopefully it can inspire that. But again, I am still really shocked. I thought this would come at $70 with then a $20-$30 edition of that really gives you all these online features and stuff like that. So this is going to be interesting to see. The economy is not doing good, and they better hope to God there's no woke shit in that. Because that's going to make a dent. And you're also losing out on the PC community, which is growing right now. And they may go, fuck that. I'm just going to wait for the PC release, which is going to be better graphics, and the price will probably go down by the time it comes out for PC.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be...
There's one factor in there.
Yeah, go ahead, Ember.
Yeah. There was one factor in that list that you read, Craig, that I think is going to be crucial to... whether or not people are going to get really pissed off. And that was the story content. That the fact that they're pay gating story content in a GTA game, that I think more than all the rest of that list of what is being pay gating story content that's already built into the game, that is what is going to piss off a lot of GTA fans, I think.
When you've already increased the price.
Right. I think there's going to be a lot of folks who are playing on PC who will be buying this game for free. And they're going to find a way to sail the open seas and find that game available probably within the first 10 minutes of its launch. It'll be available.
Well, that's the thing. The PC release, this isn't getting a PC release. Per Rockstar, usually the PC release comes like a year or so later. Maybe, Ember, do you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, isn't it always like a year or so later, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
it depends on the manufacturer. Sometimes they'll release it a couple months later, but sometimes, they'll release it like a year later when it's initially like they'll say, oh, it's a console exclusive, and then something like a year later they go, oh, look at us, we're so wonderful, we're releasing on PC. So it's about the right timeline.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting though is that some retailers are actually saying, no, we're not even going to carry it because it's not a physical game. We saw this from VGP, Video Games Plus. The statement regarding GTA 6 says, as gamers and retailers, we recognize that GTA 6 is poised to be the biggest entertainment launch in history. The excitement surrounding the release is unprecedented, and we understand why so many consumers are eagerly anticipating its arrival. For 40 years, VGP has been committed to supporting physical media and preserving the value of physical game ownership. As part of that commitment, our company policy is that we do not carry physical products for video game consoles that contain only digital download codes. Based on the information currently available, the physical release of GTA 6 for the PS5 and Xbox Series X is expected to be a coded product, and as a result, VGP will not be offering it for sale under our current company policy. So they're one right here. Then we also have Lootbox Gaming says they're pretty much not going to do it. We've yet to receive full details, but assuming information about the game being code in the box is true, we will not be supporting the release of GTA 6 right here. So it's interesting. And honestly, that's such a weird thing. The idea of, this is all about conditioning because people go to Target, they go to Best Buy, they go to Walmart, they go to whatever retailer they want. They see the box on the shelf. They go, oh, cool, I need to get it. and then they buy GTA 6 and they bring it home, and then inside it's here's your GTA 6 code to download for your PlayStation 5 or 6 or whatever it is, and it's they're conditioning not for now but for later, where they go, man, I can't believe I drove all the way up to the store to buy that. Well, I'll just download it directly because this is, once again, this is going to be can't understate this. This is going to be the biggest entertainment launch in history, and there's no physical product. Like, say that out loud. The biggest entertainment launch in history, and you don't physically get anything. It's weird. It's just weird, you know? I don't know. This is going to be, look, we can be upset about this, but I'm telling you, this is not going to matter. This game will make $5 billion. And I'm not kidding when I say this. $5 billion the first week that it's launched. It will break all entertainment records, and Rockstar will be laughing and straight to the bank.
Well, that's why I'm torn again, because they put an enormous amount of love and care into these games. It's not like a fluff product. It's not an Ubisoft product that the game is broken and this and that. That's why I'm very torn on this. Don't like it, but at least if anyone's gonna, I'm a little bit happier that it's them. I'm gonna get shit for that, but I hope you understand what I'm saying.
No, I very much do understand what you're saying. Like, Halo could not do that right now. Halo could not do this right now. Yeah. Madden couldn't do this right now. Call of Duty could not do this right now. Only Grand Theft Auto could do this. But what's going to happen is, with Grand Theft Auto and Rockstar doing this, it's going to trickle down to those other companies. And like I said earlier, they're going to look at this, go, well, they did it. And Call of Duty's going to go, well, $80. $100 for the deluxe.
I just hope it inspires people to go like, no, sorry, dog. Like, there's GTA 6 and then there's your little thing here. Yes. I'm not paying that. That's what I'm hoping it inspires. It's like, okay, fine. You want to have a tier system? Great. Your game better be 13 years of development worth that price. I'm hoping it kind of backfires a little bit and kind of inspires people to go like no to other shit.
This will either be the biggest launch in video game history or the biggest bust in video game history.
It's the perfect storm, because also there's been like almost nothing coming out this generation. Like, they're hungry to like, we bought these big, I'll speak on behalf of console people. We've been waiting to get this next gen experience. Finally, here's this thing with a next gen experience. I think it's going to sell really, really well.
I agree. I agree. And honestly, we're probably going to buy it.
That's too much for me. I'm not spending it for that.
I would say we'll probably end up buying it because we're going to probably make some content out of it or something. Like I said, I think it'd be really funny to have Blabs walking around and once again, Blabs has never played a GTA game. Like, never. I think that it's
you're gonna have to get a pro.
It's a content gold mine with Blabs. You know, just it's showing her that crazy video game experience. I think that
I'm just saying you're gonna have to get a PlayStation 5 Pro.
I know.
That seems silly. You might as well just wait for the PC.
Yeah. Well,
it might be a while.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a while. Yeah. But I don't know, I guess we'll evaluate it as it gets a little bit closer. And that's the other thing is there's been no gameplay of this at all. Zero.
Well, I think a showcase is coming, right?
I hope they show.
Think so.
Yeah. Tinley says she can still play GTA 5, Craig. This is true.
Yeah,
go back and play a game that's 13 years old. Yeah. Sure. Absolutely true.
Maybe there'll be like a showcase or a video posted tomorrow when the actual pre-orders go live.
Mm-hmm. Ember?
I was going to say, it is a bit concerning, only a little bit, because it is Rockstar. They have a very good reputation with their games. It is a little bit concerning that up to this point, the most we've gotten is effectively pre-rendered cutscenes, and we have not seen any gameplay footage throughout this entire time. That is a little bit concerning. Not a huge concern, but a little bit. Because in my memory, the last time we really saw this, where we didn't really get any gameplay footage until the release of the game, was Anthem. That kind of sticks out into my mind. And even the gameplay footage that they did release was, effectively speaking, pre-rendered and not actual quote-unquote gameplay footage. So the lack of the lack of transparency, I guess is the word, for actual in-engine gameplay footage is might have a few people going, okay, well, this game has been in development for so long and we've gotten no salient updates regarding what we can expect to be looking at when we play the game.
Well, we will see how the response is. I mean, we're going to follow. I mean, like I said, this is a story that we will will follow 100%, the release of GTA 6. And we'll see what they have to say about this as it gets closer and closer. A lot of people very opinionated about this. $100 price tag for a game. I mean, yikes. I do think back to the most expensive game I think that I ever bought was, I want to say, was Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Super Nintendo. I want to say that because it was, and I think at the time it was like $70 back on the Super Nintendo.
People forget that the games back in the day they fluctuated depending on what game it was. Like they could be $70, it could be $40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was nuts. Definitely a different time. That's, man, it's $100. Sorry, I just can't get past that. $100 for a full game. All right, let's go and move on to our next story here in just a minute. You guys have a lot to say. We're going to get to your comments about GTA. But first, I want to let you know, guys, hey, we got a sponsor today, and it's a very big deal. And I need you guys to just buckle up, Buttercup, because we have our friends over at Rumble Wallet who have sponsored today's show, and they want to give you money. They want to give you money by simply clicking the QR code on your screen. You click the QR code on your screen, or you go to wallet.rumble.com/scrollers, and you download the Rumble Wallet app. For the first time, I actually want to show you where we're going here. This is the Rumble Wallet page that you're going to go to, and you can just click it and you download it. Download it on the App Store. It's super easy to do. And if you do that, and then you go in and you download the Rumble Wallet app, and you use the promo code SCROLLERS10, you're going to get $10 in US stablecoin, which you can then use to support any creator on Rumble that you want. Doesn't that actually? I would prefer if it was not us, but if you want to, cool. Go support anybody. Go find somebody that has 1 viewer watching, 0 viewers watching. Give them that $10 that you just earned, that you just were just given by Rumble from Rumble Studio. It is a phenomenal opportunity for you to check out. It's $10 just for trying out the product, because they think that once you try it, you're going to go, oh, I get it now. This is a very cool product. This is meant to be long-term, a PayPal alternative, but they want to give you some money to try it out and just kind of test the water. You don't want to give 10 to somebody, give somebody $2.50. Then give another somebody $2.50. Then give somebody $5. You can do it however you want because it's your money and you can do whatever you want with it. So check it out for yourself. Scan the QR code on your screen. Check it out, or go to wallet.rumble.com. And most importantly, make sure you use the code SCROLLERS10 when you download it to get that $10 in US stablecoin for you to check out for yourself. Once again, they support us, so please consider supporting them. Rumble Wallet has been a great partner for the past couple months, and we will continue to support them because we believe in what they're building over there. Thanks to Rumble Wallet for sponsoring today's episode of Side Scrollers. Appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and move on and see what you guys had to say about the GTA story. Blabs, why don't you fire away with some supers?
Oh, okay. Hang on. There's the big one. Hang on. I got this. No problem. No problem. Okay. There we go. All right. Let me get these massive ones down here. Okay. The first one. Third is King for 10 says, I would like to point out Nintendo's are really already gone with 80, 70, and 60 price points. I bought the collector's edition of Fire Emblem for $120, and Nintendo is better than Rockstar in my honest opinion. For DC, that is 10 for DC. There is this one. Here we go. Trying to nap now. For $100. Let me find some boobs for you. Please hold. Oh, actually, no. Here's an otter. There you go.
Otter! Yeah!
On principles alone, would rather spend $100 on coffee. So have some coffee on me. Thank you very much.
You.
Trying to nap now.
Otter. Like that otter.
Yeah. All right. And then there was another one. Actually, did it come in twice?
Thank you, by the way.
It came in twice on my end. Okay, I can clear that one out. Okay, we're good. And we're going from the very top. Saint D for 2 says Amber's Choice. $2, Phoenix. So it's 2 for Ember to pick.
MCU, please.
MCU. All right, 2 for MCU. That dog in M for 2 says, when keeping it real goes wrong. House for 5 says, that kid looked like one of our strays for the MCU. 5 for the MCU. Young Stove for 2 says, for the DC animated U, Nightfall is coming, Peggy. That's 2 for DC. Aiden for 5 says, here's a message to those Antifa pussies. Don't fuck with Texas.
Let's go.
A80 for 2. Craig, have you been to Six Flags Arlington and ride Splash Waterfalls with your kids and stood on the bridge after? I'll let Ember choose. Well, she's going for 2 for the MCU.
The answer is I've been to Six Flags with one of my kids, but we're definitely going to do it this summer.
Please remember that the Red Dead 2 Ultimate Edition was $100. Thank you very much. Akira for 50. Holy shit. Hang on. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Rockstar Executives. Thank you very much, Akira.
You're a stargazer going on the wall. Going on the wall as well.
Main Ace Chase for 2. Rumored download size is 650 gigs. That's nuts.
What?
Rumored, though.
I think that got debunked.
Yeah, I would hope so. Tinley for 2 says, we need the second video game Crash. F this crap. 2 for the MCU. Super Lion says, prison is too good. Thank you. Christian Walker for 5 says, other companies will try the price increase, but will fail. People will wait. GTA is one of the very rare games that can get away with it.
Yeah.
For the MCU, it's 5 for the MCU. Tin Lee for 2 says, well, Ananta looks very tempting. Another for the MCU. That's 2 for the MCU right there. And it does look tempting. Commodore Fan for 2 says, I feel gaming from the cost of the hardware to the cost of AAA games is becoming out of reach for many and it's going to hurt console and PC gaming in the long run. The only hardware that stayed reasonably priced are phones, Android tablets, and used laptops, and I think people are going to turn to them to game over time. I could be wrong, just how I see it. Marmalin for 10 says GTA 6 deserves to fail, but it won't because the masses will buy it and play it because GTA and this will cause all other games up their cost for more slop. DCU 10.
Marmalin is correct.
Bloopity snooples. I kind of like bloop someone's nose every time. Bloopity snooples for 20 says, well, that just did it. I'm not getting GTA 6. I'm not $80. Oh, I'm not $80. I'm not paying $80 for a game missing features and definitely not $100 for what should be the base game. I'm happy waiting for a sale. Thank you for that. Mercenary for 5 says the runners of woke on Grand Theft Auto 6 is enough for me not to buy the game. GTA 6 is dead to me and I'm not getting it under any circumstances, not even if it's gifted.
Wow.
Nobafan for $1 says, Phoenix, there's no way a company would charge even more for a video game. What's next? $80? Rockstar doing an Ice-T impression. I've got news for you. Jarl for 5 says, the frog in boiling water analogy. Just turn up the heat a little more. Stop supporting this bullshit. MCU. That's 5 for the MCU.
I didn't think that company would do it. I totally get other companies. I thought that they were going to make the value. I thought they were going to ask for $100 or whatever, but that it was going to be online content to really try to drive you to the online thing. I thought they were going to try and get the base game to something more manageable.
Gold Soul for 20 says this is standard business practice now where DLC is the norm now for all big companies in the video game space. It's sad in this day and age, and some of us are getting too old for this shit. Also, Marvel's better in movies. That is 20 for MCU. Super Lane for 5 says apologies for the mistype. Prison is too good for Antifa scam. I did like the prison is too good to I liked that one before. Verbose for 5 says I agree that GTA 6 pricing sucks, but what was the average cost of a game in the 90s? Calculate inflation and GTA is still cheaper.
And I got this from Modest Rat says, hey, bada bing! Grand Theft Auto, more like gay Theft Auto. Have over 400 games on Steam and I'm not going to pay $100 for a game. Barely want to pay $60. Buenos nachos, mi amichis. Arrivederci, putas. Wow, easy just for
some nachos. That'd be nice.
Crazy. Tenarian says, no, Phoenix. Modern Rockstar cannot do this. None of the key devs are around anymore. And have you seen the latest stories about GTA 5 Online? All woke slop and intolerable characters, as always, seems to happen when headquarters move to the U.S. 10 for DC. I think Tenarian, I think that's a really interesting point, that the same developers who are working on the previous GTAs are not the same developers. Here's the problem. What's that, Ember?
Oh, I didn't say anything. I was just great.
Okay. Oh, here's the problem with that. It's still called Rockstar. And the vast majority of people don't root for the developer. They root for the team, if that makes sense. It's like, I am a fan of the Dallas Mavericks. I love the Dallas, well, just an example. Or I like the Dallas Cowboys or the New York Knicks, right? I love that team. I love specific players on that team, but sometimes those players move on. But I'm still a fan of that team. And the vast majority of people who follow or play those games, Rockstar, GTA, whatever you consider a normie game, EA's, any sort of Madden game, NBA 2K, go down the list, Call of Duty, that you consider like a normie game. The vast majority of people who buy those games have zero idea about who's making those games, right? You got to be super hardcore into the development. If you're just watching this show or online in general, looking at video game news, you're ahead of 99.9% of the people who buy those games. So Rockstar is the entity that people are rooting for because that's all they know. They don't know
brand
that
recognition.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, real quick, we'll get to the rest of your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. We still got a little bit to go. I did want to get to this. Ember, you sent this over. This is courtesy of the mayor of London. What am I looking at here?
It's like public water fountains that they've distributed all over London, like 100 water fountains that they put out throughout London for people to fill up their water bottles. And they chose one of the most unfortunate designs for the topper of this thing.
Well, in theory, it's supposed to look like a drop of water here, Ember. What do you think it looks like?
I don't want to say because I don't want to get you guys whacked with TLS.
Blabs, do you have any idea what that's supposed to... Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Phoenix.
No, I'd like to give Blabs an opportunity to guess what that looks like.
It looks like the little water droplet emote on your phone.
Well, that's adorable. You know what it also looks like? It looks like something that you stick up your ass. It starts with a B and it ends with plug.
Phoenix, very familiar with that.
Oh, yeah. I'm sitting on one right now, Craig.
Wow. That's wonderful. It makes sure you stay hydrated. They were so confident in this that they decided to just not allow anybody to respond to this right here. When you see a design like this, Ember, how many people do you think a design like this goes through before they sign off on this?
Well, I mean, it's London, so with the current state of the UK, I'm gonna guess 2, and both of them probably have maybe smaller versions of that in their own personal collection. So that would be my guess.
Blabs, would you drink out of a water fountain that looks like that, or do you just think that's a cute design?
I don't really see anything horribly bad about it. The problem is that it's in London, so I feel like someone's gonna spike it with some sort of drug or whatever. So no, I would never
what
drink
I've seen
out of
online. A lot of
anything
people, of people I've been seeing, like with comments online, I've been saying, like, a design aside, those things are going to get completely destroyed inside 24 hours.
Oh, absolutely.
I am always intrigued when people like this, the mayor of London, have to let everybody know that this is a dude, right? You know, Sadiq Khan over here. He, him.
Yeah.
By the way, just want to let you know that the pronouns are real here. I don't understand these people. It's insane. Well, thank you for sharing that, Ember. That is going to haunt my dreams for the rest of the day, and Blabs is going to wonder what she's missing.
Excellent.
No, it's funny is that because Phoenix just sent me a picture of a butt plug saying, "There you go," as if somehow. As like the internet has never existed before. I just thought it looked like a little raindrop, to be honest. But I guess y'all have a other methods of imagery. So, yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
that's awesome. That's wonderful. Thank you, Blabs.
Thanks,
All right,
Gina.
let's. Yeah,
Quite welcome.
I like
My
that. I
personal
like that.
collection.
Did you find it on Google, or did you just turn to your right and take a picture of one that
My
you
left
had
That's
available?
all right next
My
to
left.
him. He opened it up.
Okay. All right. Listen, we are almost to the finish line. A quick reminder that we are closing in on determining which is truly greater, the MCU or DCU. Before we get to today in video game history, Phoenix, let's get an update as where we're at.
Here we go. It is 137.98 for the MCU and 129.15 for the DCU. So now Marvel is now in the lead. They've taken the lead.
Wow. Okay. Well, we do have some super chats that we still need to get to, which we will continue to get to in just a moment. But before we do, friends, we have one more segment to go. It's time for Today in Video Game History.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
Olive Garden can suck my tits.
So anyway, today, everybody, is June 24th. Fire Pro Wrestling G was released back in Japan in 1999. You have Warrior World releasing back in 2003. And then Capcom Fighting Collection is now 4 years old, releasing back in 2022. Ta-da!
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you, yesterday we had a phenomenal day when it came to video game history. Today, June 24th, not so much.
Well, but June 25th is a banger.
Okay, well, we'll find out
Spoilers.
tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in. Disney's Tarzan was released for
Woo!
Game Boy Color.
I played on the PlayStation 1. That game is hard, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, I played that. That was like the few games I played on the PlayStation 1 as a kid. It is nuts.
Persona 2, Innocent Sin, was released for the PlayStation 27 years ago in 1999. That's a late game. 1999, that's pretty late in the life cycle, isn't it, for the PlayStation? Maybe I'm thinking wrong. I thought the PlayStation 2 was out by then.
All the PlayStations carried on a long time afterwards.
Yeah. Mega Man Battle Network 3. I hate the Battle Network games. They're not true Mega Man games to me.
What the hell am I saying? I'm sorry. Wait, PlayStation 2, I think, came out 2001. That's totally fine. That makes sense.
Oh, was I wrong? Okay.
Yeah, I was
sorry,
confused there.
I'm being dumb. Disney's Pixar's WALL-E.
Fuck
was
that
released-
guy.
Okay, never mind. We'll just move on from that. All right. Let's see. Mega Man Star Force 2, another fake Mega Man game, which I'm sure people will be upset. Oh, Kerbal Space Program, released for PC. That was a very viral game for a long time, right there. Deadpool, released for PC 13 years ago. And let's see. Samurai Showdown. Is this at the reboot, Phoenix, in 2020? I guess.
believe so.
Yeah, okay. And last year in 2025, Death Stranding 2 on a beach.
On the beach.
Yes, I like on a beach. I like the idea of Norman Reedus just laying down on a beach with a nice umbrella, but slowly putting his putting his towel down on the sand, and then getting into his bag and getting out his suntan lotion and putting it all over, then putting it all over the baby in the cube or whatever, making sure you got to protect everybody, putting a little baby hat on top of the whatever. Sorry.
You've really put out this fantasy game in your head. You've got it designed.
Yeah. Sorry, I think about it way too much. So there's Today in Video Game History. Blabs.
You think about it as much as Phoenix thinks about his butt plugs.
I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if he could possibly think as much as I'm dreaming
Yeah.
about that wonderful collection to my
I'm
left
so
over
proud I brought this into the conversation.
Thank you.
I don't react to. Yeah. I'm just gonna let that be, Blabs.
Pivot!
I usually don't think of Norman Reedus on a beach on a day-to-day basis, but I did today. So there's
here.
that.
Missing out.
All right. Thank you, Phoenix, for that. All right. Hey, real quick. Swiggity potato.
Ooh. I had
Actually,
potatoes
it's-
for breakfast.
Actually, it's Swiggity Potate came in with $20. Says not to bring the mood down, but a friend of mine was shot and killed by a coworker on the clock at work last week. The man was arrested, thankfully. Just send prayers or whatever you believe in to my friend's family. Appreciate what you guys do. Swiggity
Oh, sorry about that.
Potate.
I'm sorry.
like
God,
the
so
worst thing
sorry.
in the world. My God. Sorry. I don't know what to say to that outside of, yeah, man, we'll certainly keep your friend and his family in your thoughts, man. That's insane to me. And prayers up in the chat for Swiggity Potate.
Yeah, absolutely.
And his friends and family. I'll just slowly kind of try to pivot from someone's death to this next super chat. Go ahead, Blabs.
Twisted Trading for 10 says people never consider that GTA 5 high sales numbers is because it has sold across 3 console generations. Unlike me, there's a lot of people worried that GTA 6 is going to be woke. Thank you for that.
Okay.
Mr. Paroxysm for 2 says people say the same stuff about Nintendo. And there's super chats coming back in, so you're going to have to take over while I insert them.
Got it. We have this 20 spectacular monies coming in from Felipe. Says, I'd rather you have my money. SS. Salutations, fellow Canuck. There it is right there. Thank you, Philippe, for your 20. Captain Ruddy came in and says, you're underestimating how many people will choose the game over the bills. We've been waiting for this game for over 10 years. Rockstar could charge $200 and people will still pay it.
I think you absolutely could sell it for $250. I'm being dead serious. I think you could absolutely sell it for $250.
I agree.
So I think this is the only franchise that could get away with it.
Bingo. Right.
Yeah. Soul Silver says, I pray this is going to fail because if it works, it's going to set up to make future games $100. Yep, that's exactly why the title of today's episode is GTA 6 just screwed gamers for a long time. Ankle Break AJ came in with 5, says the $100 edition is worth it to me. Worth it to me because it gives great value and you're probably getting an extra 10% content to what's actually in the game. But doesn't that suck that you got to pay $20 to get 10 extra percent? Like
$30 more because again you're also having that increase. That's what hurts here is that you're also paying an additional 10 and then you're not getting that. This would be a much easier thing to to soak in if you were getting some more value for that. Or if it maybe at the very least, maybe that was for the physical disc version, but that the digital version was going to be $69.99 or something, you know?
Two Snooze says, we need a new iteration of the old Game Shark that unlocks the already installed paywall content for these games. Love that. That's awesome.
Yes.
And stuff says $100 for a full game. They can eat a bag of AIDS. Wow.
Hell yeah, dog.
Packer Backing says, this is why I enjoyed physical game discs. Say it totally crashed download-wise. I just end the disc. But I understand what you're saying. Thank you, Packer Backing.
I know what he's saying. He's saying that what if the entire game crashes, it wipes out the entire game file, and then you have to go through the incomplete reinstallation again, which also was sparking an idea that I had when we were discussing this earlier, is what is to prevent these companies from literally just yoinking the game off the hard drive like they did with PT? Like, is Rockstar going to do that? Probably not, but is it going to set a precedent for other game companies to go digital only and basically have gamers vulnerable to, if the company decides, we just want to take that off your hard drive, that they can just reach in and yoink the game off your hard drive?
Apparently we're getting a raid from Christian Harloff. Hey, thanks, everybody over on YouTube. That's awesome. We greatly appreciate that. That is great. And that's a wonderful point, Ember, that they can just yoink, write that off that hard drive for wrong think, right? Mighty Midget Minute says, also, as far as GTA, I believe Geek and Gamers was saying earlier that the game requires you to submit your ID in-game to play.
We don't know that for sure.
Yeah. The reason Rockstar is not doing a physical release at launch is because of leaks in the game. They will release a collector's edition in 2027. It's from the Final Girl. Thank you for that. John Kanji came in and says, speaking of overpriced stuff, have you seen the Steam machine will be $1,050? Even Walmart pre-builds are a better deal than that. Yeah, we mentioned that yesterday. That's okay. Okay. Chief Corey
Worse
Anderson
in Canada.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Canada's, man, you guys are messed up. Chief Corey Anderson says, if I can't drive through the Pride Parade, I ain't buying it. This gives me the perfect excuse to wait to buy the game. All right. Thank you very much, Chief Corey. Monarch Phoenix says absolutely right. Once revered studios are failing now because old talent leaving and new talent not sticking to the principles that made studios great. Ember's choice. Ember, you like that to go to MCU, correct?
MCU, please, yes.
All right, there's 10. The base is flared. At least they consider safety a very rare consideration here in England. Don't like either franchise, so this is for Ember. We'll put that continued on the MCU right there. Thank you, Ryan.
Yes, please.
Mercenary says, that looks like a toy. There you go. A butt pirate. Thank you, Mercenary. Appreciate that. We also have $1, $1 from Rumble Wallet from Revulge over there. Thank you very much for using that promo code, Scrollers10, to get that free money over there. Bike Shorts says, Craig, watch your mouth. Mega Man Net Battle and Star Force is peak Mega Man gaming. L Blaz for not including them. 5 for Mega Man Net Battle. That's not how this works, Bike Shorts. And I knew I was going to piss off somebody with that. Win Sakurai says, Ember, why are you showing Craig what Lord Uwu got you? What happened? 2 flare bases. What's going on here? What's going on here, Ember?
It's referencing a collab I did with another VTuber a few days ago.
Okay. Sinbad came in with $49.99. Says, I would never pay $80 or $100 for an unfinished game that I'm convinced from the start would be woke. I'm glad. I'm way more excited for Final Fantasy VII Revelations and Phantom Blade Zero than I could ever be for GTA 6. Ember's choice, $50. This is a big one right here, and this is going to MCU. Is that correct?
You?
All right.
Yes, it is.
Simber Amberclad.
That's going to do
Sinbad.
This is Sinbad.
I know. Sorry. I was reading the second name.
Amberclad.
Simber. Sinbad Amberclad. We're going to put you on the wall. Thank you very
That sounds
much.
like a pirate name or something, like something in fantasy.
I agree.
What did you
and I
do,
like it.
Sinbad? Amberclad.
Why don't we put Sinbad Amberclad on the wall while Blabs reads a few more?
Marlon for 10 says the 90s comparison dollars to dollars is retarded because you have to factor in the size of the market and the fact the US was recovering from a massive crash that Nintendo saved them from. DCU for 10. Monarch Phoenix for 5 says, remember when deluxe editions came with extra physical stuff like Halo Reach's team statue? That was worth the extra money. MCU for 5. Yeah.
Unless they had mold in them.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Unless I was making a joke about Fallout 76 when they did the extra stuff like the helmet that had mold in it.
Yes.
Speaking of like the extra stuff, okay, I'm gonna bring this to Harry Potter real fast. But
Great.
No, when Hogwarts Legacy was released, they had like that giant magnetic book that you're supposed to plug in and it floats like a wand above it. That thing apparently catches fire if you leave it plugged in all the time.
Well, I'm going to be honest.
Great.
I'm going to be honest. Like I
home.
mean, if you don't get a collector's edition bonus that catches fire, what are we even doing?
Right? Like,
What a great
that's
question.
crazy. Like,
What a
somebody
great
had
point.
it plugged in and they start to smell smoke and everything from that plug. So if you leave it plugged in, I don't know how many hours this person had it plugged in for, it will eventually catch fire. And your house may go on fire because of a Hogwarts Legacy thing.
Was it made by NVIDIA?
Bringing it back to Hogwarts right here.
And gaming. Yeah. Anyway, Tin Lee for 5 says people will still buy it if it's digital only. Always online single player with later microtransactions for GTA 6 online. Now let Ember choose. Okay, well that's 5 for the MCU right there.
You.
And then C. Blumberg for 5 says, be a man of honor, Phoenix. Keep your word. You know what must be done.
I will absolutely 100% castrate myself. Was that for MCU, by the way?
He didn't say anything.
Oh, he didn't say. Oh, I'm just gonna. Yeah, you got it, brother. I'll film it live. Let's do it.
Yeah, so caught up.
I actually let's see if I can find footage of this. Yes, we do. We do have the footage of Phoenix doing the choppy PP footage from WWF. Did you ever see this back in the day, Phoenix? This is Phoenix. His next step because he was wrong about the price of GTA 6. I'm going to copyright struck for using WWE footage here.
All right.
They're going to choppy the PP. That was
yeah,
that's what they were
And
gonna
all
do.
you'll need is a scalpel and some iodine. Maybe some paper towels.
Just let it go. Let it geyser out for a while.
Anyway.
All right. With that said, Phoenix, it is time to announce a winner in this battle between MCU and DCU today.
Well, this has really flip-flopped completely here because right now it is 212.97 for the MCU and 139.15 for the DCU, which means, of course, that the winner is the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Accepting on behalf of the Marvel Cinematic Universe advancing in the greatest video game or greatest movie franchise ever tournament is the number one MCU fan, Ember Paradox.
Victory was always assured because you just cannot mess around with Deadpool and Wolverine, the greatest characters in MCU. And if you try, you're going to get hurt.
Thank you very much, Ember. Appreciate that. I would like to let everybody know.
Threatens as well as Ember does on an acceptance award.
Yeah, I also, speaking of threatening, I appreciate that everybody that just killed Batman. Because as we know, whenever someone loses, like the entire section, the entire franchise is dead now. So now Batman is dead. Congratulations. Way to go, everybody.
But don't worry, because Fast and Furious is going to get its revenge. It will be going against the MCU at some point. So,
all right, let's check out that bracket.
I have updated it. Here we go. 1 second. What? Okay, so if we look over here, so Fast and Furious beat out Harry Potter, and then the MCU beat out DCU. So eventually, Fast and Furious will be going against the MCU. And if we go over to the right-hand side here, Star Wars beat out Star Trek, and then tomorrow, I would say tomorrow is one of the trickiest battles we're going to have. I think that is going to be the closest one ever. It's going to be a really hotly debated one, and that will eventually be going against Star Wars. So lots more franchises coming up.
Well, you guys will find out exactly what the matchup is tomorrow when I find out what the matchup is tomorrow. So make sure you guys are tuning in. If you wouldn't mind, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button. I would love to hit 1,000 thumbs up. We're at 575. We've had literally thousands of people tune in today. I would love to hit 1,000 thumbs up. If you guys wouldn't mind, we'd really appreciate it. Ember, would you like people to hit the thumbs up button?
Absolutely. I mean, if you don't hit that thumbs up, what are you doing with your life?
That's a good question. I think that's something we all. I think we actually learned that if you hit the thumbs up button, your PP does grow larger, which is a big thing, right? So
hasn't worked for me, but I've heard good things, Craig.
Oh, okay, okay, sounds good. Ember, will you tell everybody where they can find you and anything you have coming up that you wanted to share with everybody?
You can find me on Twitch and Kick almost every day, Sunday through Friday, from 5 p.m. Eastern until 10 p.m. Eastern, streaming almost every day. And actually tonight I'm going to be doing a collaboration with a bunch of other YouTubers where we are playing Mecha Chameleon, and it's sure to be a wild and crazy time.
Love it. Love it. Well, you can find Ember's information and links down in the description, as always. We'll be back tomorrow with a banger of a show as we are joined by...
So we have Kirsha and Jake Monroe on, and I both advised them that they are allowed to come high or drunk to their whatever they want to do. If they want to be drunk and high, they can. If not, that's cool too. So, yeah.
Okie dokie. Well, that should be... a wonderful show tomorrow with Kirsha and Jake joining us. So make sure you do us a favor and join us tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time when we're back at it again. But until then, get outside, touch some grass. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great rest of your day. See you later. Bye-bye.
Fatality.